Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day one of careers. Okay, so a couple things to note. Every day in the morning and in the afternoon, I'm going to post these videos here. And so it's very, very important that you do watch these videos, as each morning, especially, there's going to be some clarification on what you need to do, some hints and tips about assessment tasks and how to navigate the course. And in the afternoon, there's some kind of frequently asked questions, sign offs, and some important information to remember for the next day. So it is important that you check these out. It's 4 minutes out of your day each day, and you should definitely follow through. Okay, so welcome to the course. I'm going to give you the spin through about how to kind of navigate the course, where your assignments are, and how to be successful. So the first things first, you need to understand that this is my email, tgunn@ugcloud.ca. That is how you get a hold of me. You email that, you'll get an almost immediate response, and that response will either help solve the problem or we can set up a live chat. Last semester with my prior careers course, we did a lot of live chats where I shared my screen and you got to kind of see what was going on. But if you don't communicate to me, I don't know that you need help. And so I just assume that everything's going well. That being said, if you have another email for me, I don't monitor those. And so it might be a couple hours before you get a response. But between the hours of 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you'll get an almost immediate response if you send it to this email. After 3 o'clock and before 9 a.m., you will get a response. It just might be delayed because I might be cooking dinner or I might be reading books or doing bath time. And so it'll just be a little bit of a delayed response, but every email will be responded to by 9 a.m. the next day. Okay, so the next thing is, where do I submit my assignments? So there's 3 places to submit assignments in this course remarks. There's the discussions. So if you clicked in here, you can see that there are a set of discussions that you're going to engage with here and respond to. That's the first evaluated component. The second is the Dropbox, or the assignment Dropbox, and you can see here, these are all the assignments that are going to be submitted and evaluated. Here, you will be getting a grade and feedback going on. So this is an important place to kind of look. The other thing that you should know is that you're always welcome to resubmit any assignment. So let's say you submit it, you don't really like the mark, you look at my feedback, you redo the work, and you resubmit it, and I'll remark it. No questions asked. Don't worry about unsubmitting work that you don't want. Just submit a second file, and I'll just mark the second file. The last place that we're going to be submitting files to and you're going to be using is My Blueprint. And so for those of you in the Upper Grand District School Board, you'll be familiar with My Blueprint. You should have an account already. Those of you that are out of board, some boards use it and some boards don't. But regardless, you need to make sure your My Blueprint account is set up. So there's 2 options if you forget how to do this. One, there's My Blueprint login instructions. So you click there and you can see if you're an upper grad student, you just do this. If you're an out of board student, you do this. And if it gets really silly, you do this and you can follow along there. If you have difficulty kind of navigating My Blueprint because you're new to it, there is this video here. If you click on the video, you get a My Blueprint video, and I share my screen and walk through step by step. So it's important that you set that up because there is a large chunk of your mark that comes from that. Okay, moving forward, the next thing is, how do I know what is due? So on the side here, yours might look like this to start, but you have a calendar. You have calendar 1, and you have the daily calendar or upcoming events. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for today. So today is the 18th, so July 18th, and you click on that. When you click on that, it's going to bring up what is actually due this day. So this is kind of like your checklist for each day. So this here is the unit. This here is the lesson. And this is the assignment. And this is where it's actually submitted. So in this case today, you have 2 discussions that would be submitted here, and 1 portfolio that's at My Blueprint that we talked about. And so for each day that we're in this course, there is a new set of things. So tomorrow, day 2, July 19th, if we clicked on this, here's the unit, here's the lesson, here's the assignment, and here's where it's submitted. And so the entire course is open to you, so you can work through it and work ahead for sure. There's no problems with that at all. However, I strongly suggest that you do not fall behind. I've done this course for a number of years, 9 or 10 years now, and falling behind is a recipe for disaster. So please, please, please stay pace with the course. And if you know you're going to be away one day for whatever reason or have minimal time because you work or whatever, work ahead the day before so that you kind of keep yourself afloat. So if that's what is due each day, then where do we find the actual coursework? So let's take a gander here. So day 1 activities, the beginning of something amazing, that's the unit. Here is the lesson, and here's the assignment. So the beginning of something amazing and who am I? So I go over to content. I go to GLC because that's the course. Here's the unit, the beginning of something amazing. I click on that. And then the lesson was who am I? So I click on that. So now here I am at the lesson and I read, I follow along, I take the lesson in, and then all of a sudden I start to get these activities. Your task, here it is. This is what I'm getting marked on. So I would read this to figure out what it is I'm doing. It looks like there's a video prompt to kind of watch to get your ideas together. And then here's the actual description. So you're going to gather your thoughts, create an identity representation in a few formats. You could do it as like a vision board. You could do a graphic organizer, an iceberg, or personal blog, or a format of your choice. Maybe you just want to write it out. Then you're going to submit your representation to the discussion area and add it to your portfolio. So to submit, there's always a link, or you can go directly here. So both of them go the same place. Click here, identity representation. So that's good. Or you can come back and you go to discussions, identity representation in here. And for discussions, there's always kind of an extra little kind of formatting reminder going on. But you should see very quickly the course coming out in a very organized fashion. And so in the same capacity we found that if you wanted to work ahead, let's say you wanted to work on tomorrow's activities, I click here. Let's go the changing world of work and my transferable skills. So content, GLC, the changing world of work and my transferable skills. So here's the lesson I would read. Oh, submit your finished organizer to your teacher for feedback. So this is the doc organizer here. This is what I'm editing and submitting. So I come back, well, oh, here's an example. So I should follow along what the example is. And then here's the link to submit my work. So this one comes to this Dropbox here. The other way that you could actually submit your work is you could go up and just click on the assignments and you could find my transferable skills. There it is. And I would submit that assignment. The very last thing that I think is probably important to know on day 1 is that this is the grades folder. So if you were to click on this, you could see all of the marks for your assignments, the marks for your discussions, and the marks for your assignments. The portfolio marks don't happen until the very end. It's part of the culminating task, which is why you shouldn't sleep on it or else you're going to be doing a lot of work on the last day. So you can come into grades, and then I won't scroll down because it's other people's grades, but you could scroll down and see all your marks for discussions and all your marks for assignments. So it's good to keep up with that to ensure that you're getting the grade that you want. Ladies and gentlemen, if you stay pace with the calendar, you will be successful. If you have problems, email me. I'm here to get you the credit, to fight for you, not to take it away from you, but you're the person